Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about dreaming bigger. Who wants to dream bigger? Give me some virtual high fives and some likes if you want to dream big. I don't know about you, but I remember as a kid, I think it's very natural for us to want to dream big and to think of what we can become when we watch cartoons or we would see movies. That was like the first thing of just like, wow, I want to do that. I want to fly. I want to do that sports. Or we see, the cartoon or the sports athlete or singer or whatever it is. It's like that would cause us to dream, right? And we wouldn't even think that we couldn't do it. We would just be like, I can do that. I can do that too. And we'd have like this heart of a child, this innocence of a child to just dream big with no limits. Like we put no cap on our dreams. But then as we would get older, as we'd grow up, we'd start to get rejected, or maybe we'd get picked on, and people would say, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. And I don't know if you've ever had someone say that to you, like, you can't do that. Like, who do you think you are, or something like that. But I remember growing up in public school, it was a rough time for me. And I used to get called, Chris, you're a loser. You're not a leader. You're a follower. You're never going to amount to nothing. I used to hear that stuff all the time. And I really believe that beat up my dreams and stopped me from trying to dream bigger, even as a kid. I remember trying to get on the basketball team even, and I got on the team. They didn't play me barely ever, but I remember that failure really hit me hard one day. I remember coming home from a tournament, and there was like 3 or 4 games, and the coach didn't play me until like the very last second. I literally took the jersey of the other guy, the other number, put it on, and then the buzzer went, and I was just like, ah. And so my dreams of basketball just, shattered. And, I remember, again, going home, just being really bummed out, really ticked off. And, that actually led me to skateboarding, believe it or not. And some of you know my story, how I wanted to be a professional skateboarder. And that was my dream, to be a pro skater, be in the magazines, go to California, do all this stuff, right? Like that was me dreaming bigger, getting paid for skateboarding. And some people try to hate on that dream. And but that part of that dream did happen. I did go to California. I did get sponsored. I did start to get free stuff. Eventually, I got in a skateboarding accident, which led me to doing music. Okay, and so what I want to challenge you, encourage you, is these things that happen, these things when we get shut down or we get rejected. Don't look at those as moments of, oh, you can't do it. Then I always learn something from those, and I step on top of those failures and reach up for success. And I find, instead of saying like, oh, well, skateboarding didn't work out, basketball didn't work out, I'm just going to quit. I'm not going to do anything then. You know what I mean? Like what caused me to continue to dream and to keep dreaming bigger, reaching for something else, was honestly, it was inspiring movies. It was preaching, hearing positive messages, and it was books. And it was reading stories of these people and hearing their rags to riches stories, their underdog stories, that like these super successful people, like they failed just like me. They struggled with fear just like I did. They got picked on as well too. And I was just like, whoa, okay, if he didn't quit, I'm not going to quit too. If she didn't quit, I'm not going to quit either. I remember reading this story by this guy named Gord Liddy. I think it's called Willpower. And he wanted to overcome his fear of of rain and lightning. And so during like one of the worst storms, he climbed up this tree and like tied himself to this tree and just like decided, I'm going to conquer my fear and I'm going to just keep dreaming bigger. And I just remember just vividly imagining, as I'm reading this book, I'm seeing this, young little kid, in a crazy snowstorm, climbing up a tree and tying himself to it and just staying there all night to just say, look, I am not going to let you fear. I'm not going to let you rule my life anymore. And so I really hope that inspires you. Another story I just want to share with you is my hero, Peter J. Daniels. And you hear me talk about him a lot. He was a real mentor of mine, still is. He's 87 years old and still crushing it, still helping people. I still get to talk to him to this day. And, I used to just read about this guy in books. And now I can pick up the phone and call him. And I'll never forget him sharing that he would be on the sides of beds of men that did incredible things, okay? Like dudes that just shook the world, financial giants, people that built huge empires. And he'd be sitting on their deathbed beside them, sitting beside them, and he'd talk to them. and he'd hear their stories and whatnot. And he would always ask the question, do you have any regrets? Do you have any regrets? Do you have anything that you wish you would change? And he said, without a doubt, every single successful, super successful person, I'm talking about giants here. He said, without a doubt, every single one of them would say, if I knew I could come this far, I would have dreamed bigger. I would have dreamed bigger. And so I want to encourage you today to keep dreaming bigger. I don't care what happened yesterday. I don't care what they said to you. I don't care about the dude that lives in his mom's basement, mom's basement 969.7 or dumbface62 made a comment to you on YouTube or Facebook or said you can't do that. I care about what God says about you. He says you're more than a conqueror. Don't let someone's opinion of you shape your future. Most people can only see who you are today. They can't see who you can become in the future. And let me tell you, you can become great with discipline, with choices, about putting good habits. If God is on your side, who could be against you? I've shared my story so many times with you guys. I'm going to keep sharing it. But if you have not gotten my book, Fighter, 5 Keys to Conquering Fear and Reaching Your Dreams, I want you to get this. We're giving them away still. Go to fighterbook.net. There's a link in this video or a link below. Just go to https://fighterbook.net. All you have to do is cover the shipping and handling, and we mail this out to you. Again, I'd love to ship it out to you personally and sign it, but I don't personally ship them. We have a team that does this, but I'm trying to get this inspiration into you. I hope my underdog story, inspires you. A lot of I lost my dad to suicide at 5 years old, so I didn't have a dad to look up to, and so I found my mentors in books. I found my guides and people's in books, and I would read these stories, and I would read myself into it. And so when you get this book, I want you to read yourself into the story and overcoming the fear and overcoming the challenges, and see how you can apply that to your life today. I don't know what happened to you yesterday. I don't know what's going on today, but I do know with dreaming big, by making good choices and making a plan, your future can be great. And you can turn your life around without a doubt. So I just want to say, I believe in you. Keep fighting. Get a copy of this book if you have not yet, because we still got copies. Go to fighterbook.net. I just want to remind you, a fighter isn't someone who never fails. A fighter is someone who never quits. Don't quit. Don't quit on your dreams. You're just getting started. You don't know where your breakthrough is, and keep going at it. Have an amazing, amazing day wherever you're at or whenever you're watching this video, and I'll see you soon. Don't forget to comment, share this with somebody, tag somebody that needs to hear this message, because we need you. We need your story, and there's people that need you. Your future family needs you. Your kids need you. There's a husband or a wife that needs you, so don't give up. Peace. Is that good?